Piedad was born in 1953. She has two older brothers, Manuel and Jose. The family would move in order to obtain a better life, and then the older brothers would apparently drop out of school to help the family with their new siblings. Because Piedad was the oldest daughter, she was made to look after her seven younger siblings. Her mother was selling food in the streets, while Piedad also was expected to basically polish motorcycle parts in exchange for money. On December 4th, 1965, Piedad, who was then 12, would take metal cleaning tablets and then mix it into the milk. She then gave it to the youngest sibling, Maria Carmen, who was 9 months old. Of course, sadly, Maria would die, and then her cause of death would be ruled as meningitis. 5 days later, she goes to the second youngest, Mariana, who was 2, kills them the same way. Cause of death is also ruled as meningitis. 5 days after that, she then goes to the third youngest, who was 4, the third youngest, Santa, who was 4, and then for this death, it was obviously too many deaths happening too close to each other. Apparently the family doctor refused to sign the death certificate. Neighbors apparently thought the family might be infected with something as to why all these kids are dying and refused to be in any contact with them. So every family member who pretty much is still alive at this point, they pretty much get taken to the hospital for testing. Nothing is found. They get sent back home. On January 4th, one of the siblings named Andreas would apparently die. His organs get sent to Madrid for testing. Nothing apparently is found there. All 4 deaths, their bodies are apparently now exhumed, DDT, and cyanide are found. So it doesn't say why, but apparently they would do an experiment on guinea pigs and dogs to apparently see how much of the poison it would take to kill them, and then they took their findings to the police. The parents would actually get arrested at first because they thought the parents were killing the youngest kids off, and so the mom actually she was pregnant again, so they put her in maternity ward, and the surviving kids were apparently put into basically like a hospital where they were watched by the local police and a priest. Journalists would apparently notice that Piedad, was a little too calm considering the situation, thought maybe she had been involved. There would be somebody who would take Piedad, who was 12, to a bar and apparently would pretend to put chloride in her milk, and she would refuse to drink it. And she pretty much confesses and then says that the first 3 killings, my mom forced me to do it, but that last one, that was me. And so in total, it's said that she gave about 5 different versions as to why she killed all her younger siblings, but that she started with the youngest because they required the most attention, and that it was too much stress for her because I'm only 12, these ain't my kids. Yeah. And so, of course, like I said, because she's only 12 years old, she would get sentenced to juvenile prison, and exactly what her sentence is, and if she's even still alive, is publicly unknown.